Hello everyone, I have another message for you today, and the message that I'm really strongly hearing for you collective, if you're watching this video and this relates to you or this video found you, is that you are not like the others. You are not like the others. You are different. There's something different about you. And let's see more about what that is, because I'm intrigued. I'm hearing I'm not like the others. I am different. Let's see, Spirit. What do we have here? Oh my god, we have the Hanged Man. If you follow me here on YouTube, you will know that my last video that I just posted, the Hanged Man came up. So it is very possible that you relate to the message that I just posted about what the higher self has to tell you right now, that you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. You are different. You're not like the others because you've been able to shift from all of the things that you've been through. You have been through a lot and you have not let that crumble you and make you a bitter person or make you a bad person or make you somebody who is, you know, just always gossiping, always saying something about other people and never really looking at themselves, right? So you are different. You have something in you that others do not possess. What is that thing, Spirit? What does my collective have that the others don't have? I know they're special. The Six of Pentacles. You have the ability to distribute the resources. You are like the cosmic banker. You're like standing there and letting everybody pass your credit card and really deciding if the payment is going to go through or not, or where the payment needs to go. You're like the cosmic credit card, okay? You are somebody who redistributes resources in a very purposeful way. And you're born into this reality right now with this purpose to be to be almost like redistributing the resources. You're the redistributor. Where things are lacking, you go into that situation and you pour into it. And if something is overflowing or it needs to, you know, be toned down, you go into that situation or into that place and you tone it down for others. Because things tend to imbalance themselves. You know, the law of physics, everything goes towards chaos and entropy. And you are like that little spark of life, like that very important piece of the puzzle that is going to be there to hold that, to balance that, to make everything flow the way it's supposed to. You are the life form that is the most important, one of the most important life forms on earth. Everybody has their own place, right? All of the conscious beings on earth have their function and what they're supposed to be doing, but your function, your specific role is very important, because without redistribution of resources, some mental faculties, like for example, people may start tending towards depression if they have too many negative thoughts, or, you know, being too arrogant if they think too highly of themselves, right? And so when you go into situations, you're able to balance that. Or even if we're talking about diet-wise, if you start eating too much, you may gain weight. If you start eating too little, you may lose too much weight and become weak and have an illness. So what your role here is almost to look at the problem. So recognize there is a problem because there is some sort of lack in a certain area, and like direct your energy and direct the other people's around you's energy towards being able to fill in that gap and build from there. So that is a very interesting capability, because, you know, so many problems in the world thrive off of differences, thrive off of people being isolated, people that are different, minorities being isolated, imbalances in the economic realms. Some people are very rich, some people are very poor, and you're like that piece that is very important to balance all of that, to bring harmony in all of that. And we have the 10 of Wands. You're very exhausted because of that. So what I'm also seeing here is that you need to take care of your energy and to not allow your mission in life to bring you down in a way where it gets you way too tired and you're not able to pour into yourself. Okay, I want to know more about the 6 of Pentacles, about my collective and all of that. Like, this is a gift. If you feel like you have no gift, like you're not good at anything, you have like no talent, natural talent, I want you to know that your natural talent is to redistribute resources. Okay, that is literally what you're supposed to be here doing. And although it may be sometimes difficult to find a job that is, or a role that has to do with that, you may be having to build that on your own. It's really your talent. It's not like you're able to sing. You may be able to sing, but it's not like you're a singer or a dancer or any sort of artist. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a talent, because I can clearly see that your talent is to redistribute resources and to help the people in need. And more specifically, because you know, you may be thinking about, okay, I'm going to redistribute the resources to the strong people because they're more able to, you know, they have more education, have more resources than the others, so maybe they'll be able to help more. But what I'm really seeing is that you are helping people who have less, who are less, whether they have less resources like physical money or things, or they have less mental and physical resources, capabilities. You're able to redistribute the energy so you can help those people become more independent, become more able to do things on their own. And that is beautiful. You may be a therapist, you may be a coach of some sort, a facilitator, a teacher. Okay, you help others that really need someone to give them a hand. Okay, tell me more about how my collective is different, Spirit. I'm really interested in your energy right now. Okay, this star, this almost makes me think of the phrase "a wish upon a star." You are the wish upon a star of somebody. When people meet you, they know that they met you for a reason. They have wished for somebody like you to enter their lives. And this is really beautiful because, you know, when we're in those dark places and we're having like some difficult situations and handling difficult things, and we wish upon a star to get some help, you are that person for the people asking for help that way. You show up in their lives because destiny brought you to their lives. The universe rearranged the whole like matrix in order to put you in that person's life for you to help them. Okay, and this is something that is beyond your control. You may experience that you are meeting a lot of different people, that you're constantly, almost like in the past, you may have experienced always meeting people who need help in terms of friendships, and maybe you were engaging in toxic friendships and toxic relationships with people who are very codependent, or people who have, you know, some sort of mental illness, some sort of limitation. And that is because those people really express to the universe that they need help, and the universe put you in their path for you to help them. Okay, very careful with the drainage part. because Ten of Wands is very prominent here, okay? Collective, you almost like, you are that figure that when people look at you, they see a natural leader. And what I mean by that is not somebody who is going to get up and make a crowd do a certain thing just by instructing them and by their energy, right? What I mean by that is that you were born to govern. You were born to lead in a way where you may not directly interact with the people that you're leading, but you influence them, okay? It's almost like the influencer vibe. You have the influencer vibe. It's almost just by people watching you do things. You may be doing the most mundane things like washing dishes or going for a walk and filming that, you know, posting that, or just doing some sort of exercise and posting that. Just by people watching you, they are influenced. They want to do what you're doing. They want to follow you, and they want to really, you know, work on themselves because of you. It's almost as if you have this secret influence on people that you don't even know exactly how you're doing it, and they don't really know that you're influencing them in that way. You may very definitely become an influencer, or if you're not an influencer, you may be experiencing in your personal life that when you start doing things, people almost start imitating you. But this is because they start doing the same thing that you're doing and wearing the same things that you're doing. And this is because you inspire people. Even if they may not conceptualize that as inspiration, maybe they can feel that as a way in jealousy, or maybe even just pure inspiration. So like they see something aesthetic and they want to incorporate that into their lives because of you. And yeah, like you definitely influence people in that way. Like you don't even know about it, but you are walking around doing things and people are starting to do those things because you are doing them. So you inspire others to do things. So that is also a really big superpower that you have. And what I'm seeing is you're not like the others because you're not somebody who is going to tear people apart for not being able to do something. You're in fact going to encourage them to, when they have a weakness, when they have something that they're struggling with, focus on that thing. Usually when you're struggling with something and you find something difficult, you're finding it difficult for a reason. Okay, you're finding it difficult because you're meant to overcome that thing. Usually when you're struggling with something, it's because behind that struggle, it is hidden a gift. Something that you're supposed to be doing in your life is hidden behind that struggle. And you encourage people to overcome their struggles in order to get to really what they're supposed to be doing and set on the path that is right for them. Oh my God, collective, you're like literally a little star. You're like a little star. You make other people's wishes come true. But it's not by giving their wishes to them. It's not by actually going out of your way and giving their wishes to them, or giving them the exact route behind, okay, you need to do X, Y, and Z in order to get there, okay? Because the journey of life is very, very interesting. It's not linear at all. Like you may have to do a bunch of things that make no sense in your linear mind, in the way that your linear mind functions, but that are actually bringing you closer to your goal. And what you do with people is encourage them to follow those things. Like when they have an intuition, when they have an inkling towards doing something, you encourage them to do that thing. And then that thing that they're doing ultimately leads them to major growth and major differences that down the line take them towards an evolution that they have never seen before, okay? You are what people wish for when they lay, their head in the pillow at night and they wish for help. You are that person that comes and helps them. You are the alchemizer, the one that mixes the air energies with the fire energies. You are the one who mixes the solar plexus energy, the energy of wanting to do something, with the air energy, which is the energy of thought, the power of thought. So by the power of thought, you allow people to actually be able to do something for themselves. Okay? You mix thought with energy, and you're able, that equation is able to give people the actual change that they need. That is very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. I'm really happy for you, collective, and if this resonated, let me know, and I'll see you on my next video.